Glimmora is a very powerful special attacker that was given a new toy in Regulation F, being Meteor Beam. And when you pair it up with Chi-Yu, you have a very powerful special attacking duo that could one-shot a majority of the metagame. In today's video, we're going to be showcasing my updated version of my Chi-Yu hyper offensive team that I brought to the Melbourne Regional. As you guys can see here, we have added Glimmora to the team, and this is a very, very strong, very fast, hard-hitting, powerful offensive team. If you guys are interested as well, I've got the team code up there in the top right, and I'll leave it down below in the description. And also, furthermore, I will also be doing a breakdown of the team at the end of the video. All right, so to start things off with, we have a pretty damn annoying team here in the Chien Power Priority Spam. So, my favorite line really into these teams does kind of revolve around our Urshifu here, but Glimmora also isn't too bad. Urshi is only bad really if they lead Fluttermane. Because of that, I think I'm going to bring him in the back. I think something like this is probably my go-to. In my experience, I don't really like Chi-Yu in these matchups. With Terra Ghost and a bit of bulk, it's like not the worst thing in the world, but if you ever force a Terra and then like they've got something like Sucker Punch, can be pretty bad. Also, 2 Sacrifice does a lot of damage if I'm ever forced a Terra. And Tornadoes honestly isn't awful, but I don't think I need speed control. I should basically outspeed everything I need to in this game, and then I've got Icy Wind speed control in the back. So yeah, I'm pretty comfortable going with the 6 here. I really do like leading with Urshifu though against teams like this, simply because if they do lead with their, like say for example, Chien-Pao +1, a lot of the time you can just Terra Dark and gun down the Chien-Pao's partner. But if this is like a Specs Fluttermane, for example, Specs Fluttermane paired up with Chien-Pao can obviously cause a lot of problems on lead. And that's kind of what I'm trying to dodge here. So we'll see what they want to go with here. Another really good thing about this lead too into things like Chien-Pao is just the double Spiky Shield turn 1 to potentially break things like Focus Sash. So yeah, let's see what they lead with here. They're definitely taking their time to pick. Honestly, I'm kind of happy with anything outside of, you know, really the Fluttermane. Ideally, we don't see Raichu either. Fake Out obviously could be kind of annoying, but I highly doubt they bring Fake Out, or at least Raichu into this matchup. But you never know. I guess we'll shortly see, right? All right, Chien-Pao plus Entei. So this one, while this lead is definitely annoying, this kind of allows me to do is scout them out, right? If they're gonna go for something like, for example, you know, maybe Terra Normal E-Speeds here, also potentially just firing off, what's it called, Sacrifice as well. Because we can always use, like, potentially a defensive Terra here on the Ogerpon, because that'll allow us, obviously, to eat the Ice move coming out of Chien-Pao a lot better. And, of course, the Sacred Fire a lot better. But if they're going to go for something like, for example, a Terra Normal E-Speed, then at that point, we're probably just losing our Ogerpon anyway, so there's no point really in Terroring it. We'll see what they want to do here, though. This also allows us to potentially break any sashes. And we know Chien-Pao definitely attacked here, as it definitely outspeeds these two. Okay, and there's the Sacred Sword. So the good news is we just broke the sash on the Chien-Pao. Is this going to be a Stomping Tantrum? Show me Stomping Tantrum. Iron Head. Okay, so that's really interesting. They would have just given me their Entei there. Okay. So I'm honestly okay just to set up here. We go Meteor Beam. And probably just follow me. I'm pretty confident that my Glimmora does outspeed here, and I would predict a potential Protect coming out here on the Chien-Pao, because obviously now its sash is definitely broken. And there's the E-Speed combo. If he does go for the Sacred Sword, though, we actually probably hold, which is very clutch. Oh, he's got the Sucker Punch. Wow, okay. And Meteor Beam, please connect. I really need this thing to connect here. As long as this connects, that's Entei gone. Yeah. And Glimmora will pick up the first KO of the battle, boys. Dude, 90% of the time, that move's really freaking good. Alright, that's good, though. We've broken through here. Chien-Pao going Sucker Punch was super interesting. I'm assuming he just predicted an Ivy Cudgel to come out that turn. That way, if he goes for that, then obviously Entei gets an attack off. But still, I don't know. Unless he thought Terra Water was coming out. Maybe that's what they called there. This is a pretty free just double protect once again for us, though. Oh, that's Meteor Beam Scott. Double Spiky. Because again, there is a chance that this thing is potentially holding a sash as well. But in saying that, I guess Chien-Pao wouldn't have taken any Life Orb damage this game if it was Orb. Because it went Spiky Shield into a fail attack. So potentially Life Orb as well. And there's the Chen Pao Protect. Okay, that's really good because now that spot's a sitting duck. I'll double check what he has, but that should be a pretty free... Sludge Bomb into that slot, I think. It's funny, we're playing like a really hyper offensive team, but we're playing it super passive. The good news too is I actually don't really fear Chen Pao that much right now. But in saying that, it's probably not worth me risking anything here, right? Yeah, I've got my Flutter Mane in the back. I've got my Urshi Dark in the back. I think this is just a free Sludge Bomb here. Like, we potentially could just attack here, but I don't want to risk something like Electro Web plus, you know, anything. Yeah. Something like this coming out to pick up a one-shot onto my Glimmora would have been really bad. Show us the Sucker Punch again, friend. Okay, you go second. We actually hold that. He crit. Ouch. I was going to say, yeah, we're actually living that through the helping hand, but not if he crits. But that's fine. We'll take the trade here. And the good news, too, is we never lost any speed on Glimmora, so Flutter Mane is the fastest thing in the game, which will give us speed control over this Raichu now as well. And after a single Icy Wind as well, I do believe our Urshi Dark should be able to come in and clean up. Our opponent also hasn't Terra'd yet. So we do have to keep that in mind here. But I do think going Icy Wind and attacking the D-Knight is our freest play here. Because yeah, if we just go Sludge Bomb into D-Knight here, and we just go Icy Wind, as long as this connects on the Raichu, we're A-okay. If it hits the, if it misses the Raichu, might get a little scary, but I think we're still okay. The Icy Wind alone should do a lot of damage to D-Knight. He's going to show us the Terra Normal hit tier 2, yeah. That's fine. Obviously, getting rid of his Fairy Resistance there is very good, but at this stage, as long as we don't miss our moves, I think we're pretty far ahead. Yeah, double connection. I don't know if you boys know this, but Glimmora is very strong. Alright, I was thinking maybe a Cloak there, but nah, interesting. I wonder where his Sash was then. Oh, wow, that held. Electro Web comes out. Does this mean we're going to see a Stomping Tantrum into my Glimmora slot? Yeah, okay. Goodbye, Glimmora. You did good, my friend. Sadly, the spikes there aren't really going to do much. But we are now at a stage as well where our friend, it looks like he's probably... Oh! Actually, I wonder if that's Assault Vest. Maybe this is AV based on how much that took. Because like +1 Sludge Bomb I feel like should have done enough to KO. But maybe I'm just crazy. But there's no reason for us to just go Terra here. I think I've already locked it in. Oh well. If I Terra'd, I Terra'd. Just delaying the game at this point if I did. But is what it is. The D-Knight will go down here. Curious to see if our opponent does have E-Speed on this turn to potentially break our Sash. But again, we have speed control. We have Wicked Blow coming out. I feel pretty confident in our play here. Dazzling Gleam will pick up the right slot. And definitely, oh, he goes the upper hand, predicting the Sucker Punch. Interesting, dude. Raichu's saucy, man. I mean, look, he actually played that really well. Trying to play to his outs there. Because had that... no, we would have lived that upper hand. And then Flutter Mane just wins this game anyway. Yeah, Flutter Mane would have beaten the Raichu one-on-one in the end. So, yeah. GG to my opponent. Always a really tough matchup. But obviously, with the use of Spiky Shield there to like break any potential sashes and just get a little bit of chip. Into obviously Meteor Beam, just being Meteor Beam, right? And also, too, we did actually see our opponent there was Assault Vest as well. So that explains how he ate that Sludge Bomb so well. But yeah, that should be it here. And yeah, GG, dude. Dark Urshi Flutter Mane in the back, boys, is without a doubt one of the best combos on this team. It's fantastic. It is such a good cleanup crew. Alright, so another priority spam team. This one's actually PTSD. This is the same 6 that eliminated me at Melbourne. Yeah, PTSD kicking in here, boys. Good news is we have the Glimmora this time. Bad news is, how do I want to lead this? I feel like now that I have Glimmora, you want to lead it. Simply because, like, Glimmora against teams like this is good. Because if you, like, let it take an attack early, and then, you know, you give up, for example, so you get up the spikes, then all of a sudden it becomes, like, way easier. Especially, too, if you get spikes up before the Raging Bolt touches the board. Because really, Glimmora is your best way through Bolt. That isn't obviously the Urshifu. Like, Urshifu can chunk it for like 70% on a Terra Dark. But, you know, again, if you can get like two turns of poison into the Urshi, like then hitting it with the Wicked Blow, it's fantastic. But also, this team does also struggle with Fluttermane late game. But the issue with Fluttermane late game is it can struggle to deal damage to things like Ogerpon and Entei. And because of that too, obviously having the spikes up as well to clean them up late game is obviously very, very solid. But interested to see what my opponent leads with here. I would definitely predict something like Pow Entei or Pow D-Knight again. And then we can kind of just do similar to what we did in game 1. Just play it slow, you know, just basically scout out what they want to do. And then really kind of just start sweeping through once we start getting set up here. Raging Bolt plus Ogerpon. Okay. Very interesting. Definitely not what I expected. The cool thing for us here, though, is Terra Grass is just super duper free on this board state. I'm just going to go Terra Grass, and then I'm going to Ivy Cudgel here. We didn't see a booster pop, which makes me think this is definitely Assault Vest on the Raging Bolt. And Power Gem, sorry, Meteor Beam into Earth Power should be enough to pick that up. And also, depending too how they want to play this, we might even be able to put our Glimmora in a position here where it can just snipe the Ogerpon next turn as we redirect. Glimmora though, Terra Grass dude is so good defensively on this mon. Like, you look at this board state and like they can't touch me now. Oh, and he goes to Protect. Okay, so no booster and no Assault Vest is very interesting. Does he go for the water move here into my left slot? Okay, this is bulky Slowpon as well. The Slogopon, as I like to call it. Dude, if I'd attacked that into the left slot there, we were fucking cooking with gas. Into my guy. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So there's those spikes we were talking about. That's really good, obviously, into things like Qian Pao as well. Obviously, being able to snipe it through its sash. So now the main question we have here is, how do they want to attack? We're +1. We want to go on the offensive. Based on that damage, I don't think Glimmora dies to a double up without Draco Meteor getting involved here. So because of that, we're going to go Sludge Bomb here. And I think we just go Follow Me. Because either he redirects here or he protects the Ogerpon, and we get to at least fire off a decently strong move into that right slot here. +1 Sludge Bomb is just obviously always really good. And he doesn't follow me, which means he doubles there. So Ogerpon might be about to heal up a little bit of health, depending on what... Oh my god, dude, this one's good. Okay, no, that's fine. And he drops a Draco, boys. So, good news is, he's -2 on the Bolt. Even better news is, we know we're faster here than both his mons. So... Dark Shifu, technically speaking, can come in and clean up the right. But I think we want to save its HP. We want to save the sash. I don't want to give it up to just a -2 Thunderclap here. So now what we're going to do here is... I definitely think this at least just baits Thunderclap. Or does he Thunderclap or does he switch? That's the main thing here. I actually think, because we know we're faster, just going Gleam and Sludge Bomb here is probably our best play. Because I would predict that right slot to switch out or at least protect here. And we know we're faster than both Mon. So even if he goes for a Thunderclap, he's -2. We'll eat it. Like, our Floodmane's pretty bulky. Although it's more, you know, physical bulk than Spadef on this team. Because we don't have that much HP. We are still relatively bulky. So, yeah, I feel pretty confident in this play here. Just got to see how our opponent wants to play this. Okay, he is going to Terra. If this is Terra Water... It's fantastic. If it's Terra Fairy, okay, bang. This should still go down, I think, here to a Gleam Sludge Bomb combo. I could be wrong, but I feel pretty confident in it. No, I actually don't feel confident anymore. I just realized, I was thinking about it, because it's going to protect, yeah. I'm not confident anymore that my Fluttermane lives this turn. And if I lose my Fluttermane, this is probably game over. Yeah, that's not KOing. Fluttermane might live this, though. We are pretty bulky. Nah. I think that's close to a roll on this set, but yeah, clearly not a roll in our favor. So the good news now, though, is I predict a Thunderclap plus Protect combo here. The question I have now is, are you in range? I think we just have to hold on here. We can't afford to lose our Sash here to a Thunderclap. Yeah, and Spiky Shield comes out. Show me the Thunderclap, baby. Yeah, there it is. Lovely. Is that enough? It is enough. Okay. Of course we crit that one. Why didn't you crit last turn when I needed it, man? Yeah, see, I'm still not super comfortable. Oh, sorry. Not happy with the way I've played this one. I think losing my Flutter Mane like that was really bad. I think Protect Flutter Mane was always like super free there. Obviously though, you live and you learn. Alright, so now that that's down though, we get to see his Flutter Mane come in here. And we get that out. So we did just Detect, right? Are you Speed Booster or are you Special Attack Booster? You're Special Attack Booster, okay. So Glimmora actually probably just straight up goes down here, right? Yeah, and we don't even have... If Glimmora goes down here, it's probably GG. But I can't afford to not get damage onto Flutter Mane this turn. Because we know Glimmora's faster. If he redirects here, then Sludge Bomb KOs. Straight Moonblast. Okay. Okay, that's actually like best case scenario for us. Because now that thing is in our range with Sucker Punch here. The question is, will 2 turns of Toxic plus the plus the Wicked Blow be enough? He is Special Attack Booster, so he might not be that bulky. Oh god, okay, that's just a straight one-shot. Don't worry, man. Dude, Urshi Dark, man, it's a guy, I'm telling you, boys. This is a guy, man. Good news is we still have our, and it's D-Knight, okay. Okay, so it's D-Knight here. How do I want to play this? I think this has to be Sludge Bomb Protect. Or Detect, I should say, sorry. Because as clutch as obviously a Wicked Blow here is, Glimmora doesn't win the one-on-one. Okay, yeah, huge. Yeah, because I think had we lost him there, we'd probably lose Glimmora next turn to a Bandit E-Speed. Or at least it would have been close. Oh my god, Glimmora does a lot of damage. But yeah, with that now, we just go Sucker. So we go, oh god, not Sucker. We go Wicked Blow, we go Sludge Bomb. And that will be it. I'm curious to see if my opponent could have actually KO'd Glimmora there. Hopefully he actually goes for that. Yeah, okay, he's going to take the Urshi. That's fun. Dude, Glimmora clutching up once again. Holy crap. That was really poorly played by me. I think yeah. Like, that turn where he took out my Flutter Mane was super obvious. Like, it was either 1, I should have Moonblasted, or 2, I should have just Protected. Like, I think Protect was just always fine for me there. Like, Sludge Bomb left Protect. Like, it was -2 on the Bolt. Didn't matter. Yeah, I mean, look, once again, you see the power of Glimmora in those kind of matchups, though. It's, yeah, put in nothing but the finest. Okay, this team looks scary. So, my prediction here is that this is a Tornadus Rain team, right? So, looking at it, my Chiu's definitely not bad here, but potentially forced to Terra turn 1. Obviously, 2, having Tornadus as well with Sunny Days, pretty clutch here. Glimmora, not bad. Ogerpon actually looks really good here. It threatens a lot of his team, especially if they go Rain. I think Ogerpon in the back, though, is probably the way to go. And Flutter Mane in the back, too, feels really good. So the question is, do I want Shifu or do I want Chiyu on lead? Chiyu feels like the play. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go with Chiyu here. I think this is it. We haven't actually used Chiyu today, so let's just send it, right? Like, looking at this matchup here, obviously, winning the Weather War is, like, super important. But it also depends what he leads with, right? Because if he leads, for example, his Landorus, then it's, like, whatever. If he leads his Urshifu, then we're in trouble. Because then it's like, well, if I'm just slower, then I lose the game. But we'll see. And he does go the Urshi here. Alright, so what I have to do here is pray to God my opponent clicks Tailwind here. I have to pray to God he clicks Tailwind here, and then we just go Terra, Heat Wave, and just cook, man. Just cook him. Okay, so I terrored there. I know I'm the slowest thing on this board. Like, oh, actually, unless he's not Scarf. If he's Adamant Mystic Water, I am faster. But I predict on a team like this is Scarf. Ah, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Don't Bleak Wind. Oh my god, okay. So my Tornadus is faster. Okay, my Tornadus is faster. So as long as this connects her, this does like nothing here. Yeah, we're eating that for breakfast. You call that an Urshifu, bitch? That's an Urshifu? Hershey shit. Dude, not even a two-shot, man. And that's barbecue chicken. All day. All day, every day. We're cooking with gas over here, boys. The format alpha. Big H9, hey? Alright, so... thing with H9 here, obviously, is it does outspeed me if he's Jolly Max. My Flutter Mane looks incredibly good in the endgame, so does my Ogerpon. At this point, I don't actually mind the old Protect plus Sack play here. The reason for this is Ogerpon, like, coming in is just free. And also, like, Urshi doesn't play the game. If he's Choice Scarf, like I think he is... okay, he's not Choice Scarf. He's not Choice Scarf. Miss your attack. Miss the Rock Slide so I can do 10%. Oh, cheat the god! And I flinched. Good news. I might actually outspeed now then. Unfortunately, Chiyu getting flinched like that is really sad. And he does go the jet play. Wild player, wild player. Oh yeah, this is fun. I get up the Tailwind now, and then I just go Flutter Mane plus Ivy Cudgel Boy. Can he miss a Rock Slide though? That'd be really nice right now, I'm not gonna lie. Hold. I'm bulky. Nah, I'm not bulky enough, sadly. I'm actually shocked Chiyu lived, but that didn't. Dude, if he doesn't flinch my Chiyu there, that chip could have been like super clutch. In hindsight though, maybe switching was the play and saving Chiyu for later. Now, as much as I would love to just double protect here, because I kind of predict a protect coming out of the left slot here, and so I've got threes. This is his last turn. I wouldn't be surprised if he protects left here, but at the same time, Terra Grass or like Terra Fairy seems super duper obvious. And based on what I know, I should have the fastest mons here, right? So I think we're just going to launch a Gleam and send it. If he goes Terra Grass, he goes Terra Grass. There's not much we can do about it. I needed to save the Chiyu, honestly. That was the mistake this game. Like, if I just swapped in Ogerpon on... he's Terra Normal, okay. That's completely fine with me, right? If he's bending into Rock Slides, that's okay. Like, I wish I Horn Leashed. Yeah, I mean, dude, that was like such an obvious play as well. It actually pains me. Oh yeah, that thing's dead to a Moonblast next turn. Crit. Dude, if the sun wasn't up, I'm in it. Miss Flutter Mane at least. Oh, thank God, okay. The HP is not as important on Ogerpon because I'm about to get some of it back. Yeah, we always just go Horn Leech here and we Gleam. Like, he's obviously, I think he's either swapping or he's jetting my Flutter Mane here, but that's fine. Yeah. My opponent's got to be careful that he doesn't stall out my Sun. Ooh, Horn Leech won't do much here, but... I really need Ivy Cudgel to win this game now. Okay. Golden Joe is manageable, though. Golden Joe definitely struggles to take out the Ogerpon here. The sunlight going down is actually Pog. Now we get to eat our booster. Yeah, that's fine. So what I'm thinking here is, the big question is, does my opponent deal enough damage? Nah, he's lefties, right? What are the chances Banded E-Speed into Make It Rain KOs left here. Especially with that as well. That's frustrating. Nah, so I think that's going to be our play. We have to go Spiky here, and then we just have to go Moonblast and pray Moonblast is enough. Like, I'm pretty sure based on the Gleam damage, Moonblast will be enough here, and then we just got to crit one of our 2 Ivy Cudgels. Show me the E-Speed. He didn't even... Homeboy didn't go the E-Speed. Oh my god. Dude, him not going the E-Speed is like kind of a throw, but also like... If he makes it rain... Okay. So now he's going to be -1. Ogerpon doesn't have to eat that. I still really wish I got an Ivy Cudgel off that turn. -1's good, though. I feel like at this stage, Ogerpon wins. I'm -1, he's -1, but I get 2 attacks off, he only gets 1. I guess he could try lefty stall me, but nah, I think we're okay. I've lost my Tailwind, but it doesn't matter. I'm always faster here. Alright, at this stage, I think we've got it, but I guess you never know. Maybe he crits, maybe Shadow Ball's enough. Yeah, I was gonna say, do I die to a +1 Shadow Ball? I'm bulky, but I don't know if I'm bulky enough. Because yeah, he's gonna... I really need to crit, because I think if he protect stalls this, then 2's not enough. Yeah. I don't think 2 will be enough. I have to crit. And let's be honest, I have clicked it twice already. By the time I click it 4 times, it's like a 50% chance to crit, right? Rage. Just like crit this one right here, dude. Don't even let him get down to a potential Shadow Ball KO. Come on, crit, baby. Crit. Oh, maybe that's enough if I get 2. Well, I guess we got to hold this first. He's +1. Hold. Oh, we held. All right, come on. I think even after 1 more turn, we get the KO, right? Dude, where's my Swords Dance when I need it? He protects. Oh, boys. Is it Ogerpon? You got 1 job, buddy. Pick up the KO. Just pick it up, baby. Pick it up. Let's do it. This is going to be close. I think it's a roll. Just crit, just crit, just crit. Oh, man. Four Ivy Cudgels, no crit. That sucks. Look, I definitely think my throw this game was not saving my Chi-Yu. That was the issue. Or like the second I saw like the Arcanine, I was like, yeah, Chi-Yu's like kind of useless here. I think that was wrong. I think had I just got it out when it was like, you know, still over half HP, I could have brought it in and just styled my way to victory, Dark Pulse my way to victory. So yeah, that was a bit of a choke by me. Unfortunate. But look, we'll get 1 more game. All right, so another Chen Power team here, but this team has got a Firewater Grass core, which is definitely really scary. Having the Urshi as well is kind of annoying. But against a team like this, our strategy doesn't really change. We're still just going to go Ogre Glimmora. Yeah, honestly, I think Ogre Glimmora Flutter here. The question is... Do I want Dark Urshi or do I want Chi-Yu in this game? I think it has to be Dark Urshi, right? I think I need every mon I bring to have Protect too, which is like super clutch here. Because, like, really, when you look at my opponent's team, like, there is so much priority and then, like, you know, double fake out and whatnot. So I do think having the option to protect here is very good. I potentially could have also looked to have brought my Tornadus in this matchup just because Helmet is nice. And obviously Speed Control does go a long way. Biggest issue really with Tornadus is things like Thunderclap, Ice Spinner, double fake out pressure. Obviously, it is really nice to, you know, deal with things like the Rillaboom and the Urshi. But I do kind of pray that because I have the Tornadus that maybe it's a little less likely they bring it. But look, we'll see. We'll see. Kind of just like, I really want to see like maybe like Instant plus Power or something on lead. Actually, in saying that, I don't think I really want to see Protect on lead. I wonder. Does he just lead Shifu and U-turn out on me? That's also pretty likely, right? Like Shifu plus Pow, and then just like U-turn into like something to eat a grass move. Okay, Bolt Flutter. Honestly, not the end of the world for us here. What are you? Speed? Please be Speed Booster, because it means you do like no damage. Okay, it's Speed Booster. That's really good for us. So because it's Speed Booster, we'll just go Ivy Cudgel here, and we're just gonna slap a fucking Meteor Beam right in the face of this Raging Bolt. Honestly, Terra Water's not bad, but if he predicts it there and just like fires off like a T-Bolt into it, then I'm in trouble. It's gonna be Terra Fairy here. Terra Ground? Wait. What? Dude, did I just get fucking Terra Blasted into my Glimmora? Dude, oh man, like we're trading here, but that's so bad. That's, oh man, I hate this is the second time I've been Terra Ground, Terra Blasted in a video. Fuck me, give me the Flutter Mane, bitch. Oh, that's really frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. That was such a free lead. And I was just gonna T-bolt me and deal massive that he calm-minded in my face like a psychopath. Okay, okay. There's still a chance, boys. We got the... When there's a Dark Urshi, there's a way. Like, do you know the worst part about that, right? Like, the idea of Terra Grass ran through my head, right? Because I'm like, if I go Terra Grass, he can't Electric Move me. Electric Move's pretty free turn 1. But I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, but like, you know... I resist Moonblast. I don't want him to like Gleam, like Terra Fairy Gleam, and it does like 50. Then he's fucking Terra Ground fucking... boys. Worst part is my opponent's like super duper free here just to get up a second Calm Mind. But the good news is there really isn't any good news. Maybe the fact that like maybe there's a world where like Terra Dark Wicked Blow into Sucker kills. Because he's definitely just going fake out Calm Mind, right? Like there's no way he's not. Yeah, always fake out that slot. My left slot is literally here to die. Yeah. Oh, Hyper Voice. Dude, is he Throat Spray? Oh my god, what is this team? I'm getting cheesed, boys. This is some global challenge shit right here. Yeah, this just has to be a follow me and then a Wicked Blow. Dude, there's some like he's gonna be Throat Spray. Watch him be Throat Spray right now. Maybe I should have just ignored it and KO'd Rillaboom here. I don't know, because yeah, the issue is gonna be like next turn he's just gonna be able to like Thunderclap plus, what's it called, Grassy Glide something. But I don't know, maybe because he's Calm Mind, he's not running it. Honestly, some wild shit. I hope Urshifu finds a way. You know, when there's an Ursh, there's a way, boys. Losing our Glimmora turn 1 sucks though, man. If I got that Meteor Beam off, it would be a different game. There's definitely just going to be like a Wood Hammer coming out, you would think. Unless he's trying to glide right. Okay, he actually tried to snipe the Sash there. Oh, he clapped! Oh, he clapped, boys! There's a fucking chance! When there's an Urshi Dark, boys, there's a fucking chance! Because you're in my range, baby! Nah, he's lefties. He's not in my range, boys. He's not in my range. Is he just gonna click Hyper Voice? Dude, if, like, the issue is, right? If he's gonna Hyper Voice, I should Horn Leech, right? I should go Horn Leech thingy, right? But if he goes Thunderclap Glide again, then I lose my Ursh. I think I need to predict... He swapped. Oh my god, is this the God play? He's just giving me the Urshi. Heal it back, baby! But there's my one-shot, because the train. Come on! Come on! Eat this, motherfucker! Oh, dude, and guess what? Homeboy also doesn't have his fucking fake out anymore. Wicked Blow, baby, let's go. Oh, when there's an Urshi Dark, there's a way. Ka-chow! Let's fucking go, man. And you're not set up either, motherfucker. You know what that means, boys? It means let's just go fucking Horn Leech again, get a little bit of HP back, and we're gonna snipe you before you can move, bitch. Battle is cancelled. Oh my god. What a way to end the video, boys. Or at least the battle part of it. I'll do a breakdown after this. But holy shit, man. When there's an Urshi Dark, there's a goddamn way. Fucking Terra Ground Flutter Mains. I tell you what, man. They cheese me so fucking much. But anyway, boys, look, 3-1, not a bad showcase of the team. Unlucky in game 3. But yeah, let's jump over to a breakdown of the team. So as you guys can see in front of you, here are the spreads we used for the team. Now, I will jump into each one of them here. So essentially, the Glimmora was kind of really the last piece of this team for me. You know, I kind of talked about it with my Melbourne team, sorry. Where Glimmora was a mon I didn't bring, but after playing Melbourne, I was like, you know what, I think I really need this mon. And I felt I needed to tweak a couple things with the team as well. And Glimmora have hit this really, really cool niche on the team where when you pair it up with Chi Yu, it puts on so much offensive pressure in game 1 that really you can kind of just one-shot anything that doesn't resist your attacks. Now, unfortunately, in the showcase today, we did not get to actually really showcase the Chi Yu too much. Obviously, we played against a lot of power teams, but I think it did really get to showcase, obviously, how good Glimmora can be, right? But essentially, the really cool thing with Glimmora is at 151 speed, you outspeed Urshifu's that adamant plus sash, right? Which is very, very common. You have a look here. My Urshi hits 159, right? So that puts you exactly 2 speed points faster than it, which is really cool because it means you can go your Chi Yu 1 point slower at 150 speed, be slower than the Glimmora, still outspeed non-scarfed Urshifu's, and then you also have this like really nice speed tier going on where you're like 149, 150, 151. Everything's in that same speed tier. They're all very, very good on hyper offense. And also, too, in Tailwind, you're always going to be faster than things like Urshifu, which is obviously incredibly, incredibly good right now. But one really cool thing Glimmora can do on teams like this is you pair it up with the Chi Yu, especially into things like Trick Room, for example. And the big reason why you run the Timid Max next to the Chi Yu that is slower than it is because when you go up against things like Indeedee, for example, right? Indeedee will always look to, you know, for example, go something like Terra Water plus redirect, Terra Fairy plus redirect, because what it does then is it says to the Chi Yu, it's like, hey, you're not one-shotting me with an Overheat if I go something like Terra Water. You're not one-shotting me with a Dark Pulse if I go something like Terra Fairy, right? But all of a sudden, your Glimmora's faster. You get the +1 attack because of the Meteor Beam, and then your Meteor Beam gets to go first because of the Power Herb. Then all of a sudden, you have this, you know, base 120 power Meteor Beam coming off, you know, essentially, what would that be? 273 attack, I think it is, next to a Chi Yu, who's like Beads of Ruining. And you basically one-shot any Trick Room setter, any redirection mon in the game. I believe that isn't like, I think Psychic Seed and DD might live. And maybe Terra Water Ogre as well. But the big thing as well when you're going up against a lot of these, you know, Trick Room teams is if you can force their Terra onto a support mon, the game becomes 10 times easier because all of a sudden the Blood Moon Ursalunas aren't terroring. You know, the Hatterines aren't terroring. The Armarouges, you know, the Torkoals don't get their Terrafire, you know, eruptions. So it is like really, really clutch to force out the Terras turn 1, right? And then all of a sudden, say you're up against something like the Indeedee, right? And it's going the Terra Water and then it's, you know, just... you know, it's like trying to live the overheat. All of a sudden, it just gets one shot by the, you know, the Meteor Beam. And then all of a sudden, whatever is next to it, right? Whether that be something like, for example, a Gallade, you know, a Hatterene, whatever the Trick Room setter of choice is, right? Even things like, you know, I've seen as well, people go stuff like Hat, even like Armarouge, right? If they're going Armarouge, all of a sudden, you know, you fire off something like a, you know, a Choice Specs Dark Pulse. You fire off an Overheat if they're not an Armarouge, right? And all of a sudden, you just go up against a Trick Room team, you just double nuke them turn 1, and it's basically GG, right? If you go up against a Trick Room team, your Glimmora's +1, both mons are full HP, it's like, yeah, it's GG, it's 2-on-4, your setup, they can't win the game, right? Tornadus, again, this is the exact same set I ran at Melbourne. Really, for me on this Tornadus set, it hits a speed tier that I want it to hit. It's 1 point faster than my Ogre Pawn at 157, Tornadus goes 158, and it's just really just bulky, right? Its job is basically to sit there and tank attacks, and then obviously, you know, use the Rocky Helmet to its advantage. I love nothing more than clicking Sunny Day on this mon, and then watching like an Urshifu just like triple hit my Rocky Helmet, especially when you're in the best of 1 ladder, like what we did today. Unfortunately, we didn't get to really showcase it. Very similar to Chi Yu. I don't think either one, unfortunately, was like amazing in any of the matches we played, bar game 3. And obviously, I choked game 3. You know, in hindsight, looking back at it, sacking my Chi Yu the way I did was so dumb. Granted, the flinch sucks. If I didn't get flinched, then I probably would have KO'd the Hisuian Arcanine a lot earlier. Is what it is. But yeah, the Tornadus really, its job on this team is get up the Sunny Days, you know, get up the Tailwinds, obviously. And if your opponent ever ignores this mon, Bleakwind Storm is so stupid. Like, I know if you've been around the channel for a long time, like, I've been running essentially this core of Tornadus, Fluttermane, and Chi Yu since before Worlds 2023. This was the core I used to get, like, 1900 on Showdown. I think it was, like, 8th on the ladder at one point. I've essentially run this core of 3 for that goddamn long. And I was always adamant Air Slash was the play because I hated missing Bleakwind Storms. But then I started running Bleakwind Storm, and at Melbourne, it was just broken. This move can just win you games if it hits. And a lot of the time, people will kind of ignore the Tornadus, and that's kind of the issue with Air Slash, right? It's like Air Slash might, you know, flinch. But then it's like, it's just an air slash, right? You're not doing that much damage. And while Bleak Wind obviously is the same amount of damage, you're hitting both targets and you're a 30% chance to drop their speed. And I'm playing Hyper Offense, which means all of a sudden, if I get the right speed drop, I don't need Tailwind anymore. I don't have to waste a turn clicking Tailwind so my Chiyu outspeeds something. All of a sudden, I get -1 speed. It's like, oh wait, my Chiyu's now faster. I'm free to click Sunny Day in a situation where prior I had to I had to go for something like the Tailwind, which is really cool. Urshi Dark as well on this team. I feel like this mod doesn't really need much of an explanation. Its job on this team is to clean up, right? There are some matchups where you may lead it, but really, if you're going up against things like Psy Spam, it's fantastic in the back. We even saw today going up against these priority spam teams, it's super, super good in the back. This is a mod where, if you can take a KO, get it in the back, and then eventually just start clicking, Terra Dark Wicked Blows, potentially even close combats, you can use its protect to your advantage as well, because everyone sees the Urshi, and they're like, shit, we have to break the Sash, which means you have to double it. And that's why Sash is super good, right? Because they have to double you, and then you can detect. And yeah, Urshi can just bait doubles, detect, then your Ogerpon fires off like an Ivy Cudgel, your Fluttermane, gets off a Gleamer, Moonblast, whatever it is, right? Super, super good, yeah. My Ogerpon as well, again, same one I ran at Melbourne. Very, very simple. This bulk here is to make sure it lives an E-speed coming off a Bandit D-Knight, Terra Normal Bandit D-Knight next to Qian Power, I should say. The speed, again, is the speed stat I want to hit. I think this is a very interesting speed stat. No one really goes for this here, but I once got burnt by a Jolly Bandit Arcanine, Hisuian Arcanine, that is. And because of that, I was like, you know what? I think I was running I think I was running 152, 153 to kind of keep the speeds up. And then I was like, you know what? No. These mons are going to be faster. My Glimmora can't get faster, but these two definitely can. So that's kind of what I did, yeah. I dumped the rest into attack. I do find that this mon still does enough damage. Obviously, in our one loss, it kind of didn't. But I was also -1, so, bit of a different story. But yeah, this mon, honestly, it's the glue, right? It is the mon that when you need a bulkier defensive lead, it's the go-to, right? This is the main defensive piece of the team. Not to mention, it pairs super well with Glimmora, it pairs super well with Urshifu. Really, Ogre next to these two just does so much work. Redirection is so good with these two mons, right? If you can fire off your Meteor Beams, your Sludge Bombs, your Terra Dark Wicked Blows, even in an endgame scenario where Fluttermane gets to come in and it's yeah, sure, our Fluttermane's super bulky, as you see here. But all of a sudden, it starts firing off these big dazzling gleams, Moonblast, even Chiyu. We aren't the fastest Chiyu in the world, but again, all of a sudden, if you can redirect for some Specs Heat Waves, it does a lot of damage, right? So it's a really good support. Its Terra, its ability with Terra, in Body Aspect is also super cool. And yeah, the monster is good, man. It's a good bulky defensive piece that also does a shit ton of damage. Fluttermane on this team is just kind of the glue, right? I used to run the super fast, timid one. And for me, it didn't come into play once. And I feel honestly, if I'm going up against other speed booster Fluttermanes, I just need to play the game in a different way rather than relying on my own Fluttermane to beat their Fluttermane. Obviously, things like my Urshi Dark is very good. Glimmora as well can kind of nuke it. If I ever get up speed control, it's really, really good. The bulk on this, I believe, off the top of my head, allowed me to live... I think it was... I always live... It was either Adamant Ice Spinner or Jolly Crash. I think I always live Jolly Crash. And in general, I do think bulk is just really, really solid, right? Having bulk on your Fluttermane, allowing it to live, especially too when it is a defensive support piece. And really, the only thing outspeeding our Fluttermane, especially with booster, is other booster Fluttermanes or booster bundles. Nothing else is really outspeeding it. I do think that's something very, very important to keep in mind. And that's why I only run 190, because I'm you know what, what's the point? Yeah, what's the point of dumping, all those extra EVs into this, right? You look at that. That's 15 points that could just be in my defense that allow me to live hits. So I do think that is obviously very, very important. And then the final piece of the team, the Chiyu. Anyone, again, who's watched me long enough knows that I always run this thing max. And honestly, I have not tested the 36 Modest enough yet. But it does feel solid. Honestly, I felt like I was never in a position where going Timid max was necessary. And because of that, I am testing out the 150 max. The 150 here. Again, to me, in my testing, I've never been damn, I really, really wish I was Timid. Because as long as you play around, then it's fine. And in terms of 36 versus 116, so 116 gives you the same special attack as max Timid Fluttermane. And honestly, I don't think it's that big a deal. I've not come across a damage calc yet where something I need to KO doesn't just get KO'd by overheat. A lot of the ones where I calc for it, for example, the Gallades, the Indeedis that aren't Terra Water and stuff like that, they all still just drop to the, the 36 Modest. And because that allows me just to invest a lot of bulk, right? This, I forget the exact role, But this honestly is a pretty decent chance to live things like a Sacred Sword off of a Chen Pao. I don't think it's like super duper crazy. It's like 20-30% of the time I die, I think. Which honestly is like not bad for a Chiyu. Like if a Chiyu has like a 70% chance to live the Chen Pao, obviously it's very good. And you even saw in game 3 today, unfortunately I got flinched, but I lived a, you know, Surging Strikes granted in the sun into a Rock Slide combo on like 2 HP. But yeah, it's just like super good. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of this 6. I think this is really good. Its biggest issue honestly is just the fact that it is, you know, the lottery, right? But again, you have a lot of options. There is no auto loss matchup. The Chiyu Glimmora gives you a lot of matchups into things like Trick Room. Obviously Urshi and Chiyu is very, very good into Psy Spam. Ogerpon like gives you just like a really strong balance piece into non-speed control teams. Like if I'm going up against priority spam, right, my Ogerpon is that redirection mon that I know can live a hit, right? If you're going up against things like Chen Pao as well, sometimes it can eat 2 to 3 depending, you know, if I think I need to terror or not. Obviously it's fantastic with Urshi and Glim, like we said. It's a really good defensive piece to allow our 3 main, you know, hard hitters to do their thing. Fluttermane supports the team super well as well with Booster Icy Wind. I feel like I didn't touch on that enough before. But yeah, Booster Icy Wind is like just super, super good. Because again, like if there's a match where I'm like, hey, I don't need Tornadus and I don't need Sun, but I do need speed control, then it's like my Fluttermane can come in, it can Icy Wind, all these mons are around that 150 mark, right? And because of that, they basically outspeed everything, right? There's no Choice Scarf mon that is going to outspeed them after an Icy Wind, outside of like maybe a Jolly Jolly physical attacker. And then even then, like it would have to be Galarian Zapdos, which again, Galarian Zapdos, like I don't care that much about because I can go for like things like Terra Water redirection. I can fire off, you know, just a strong Moonblast into it, right? There's a lot of options into it. So yeah, that is obviously pretty damn cool as well. But yeah, I love the 6 bullies. That's the team. Let me know what you think of it down below. And also let me know what you think of this kind of style. I'm trying to make the videos a little higher quality than just what I've always done. You know, I'm trying to take some inspiration from guys like James Beck. Yeah, let me know down below what you think. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.